riots that happened back on January the 6th.
And new at 5 tonight, disturbing details in the case of a Jacksonville couple charged in the death of their 7-year-old daughter. According to the arrest warrant, that child was neglected and starved. Tonight on Your Side's Troy Kless is joining us live with this information that's now emerging in this terrible case, Troy.
Yeah, that's right, Anthony. An arrest warrant says the couple starved their daughter, feeding her exclusively Whataburger French fries, and they say that the family also failed to provide any medical care for the girl, who was ill for days before she died in a local hospital. The lack of care, unknown to many, started when she was just 2 years old. Anna and Arimo Akinloba at their first court appearance Wednesday. A GoFundMe page says their daughter Omera died in April 2018. Documents released in the case allege years of neglect that investigators say led to Omera's death. A report from the Department of Children and Families says Omera became unresponsive at their Jacksonville home after several days of being sick. The Akinlobas took her to the hospital at NAS Jax, where she died, the report says. According to an arrest warrant, a doctor found signs of neglect after Omera died. An arrest warrant says her parents only fed the girl Whataburger French fries and that she was not getting proper nutrition. She also wasn't getting medical care. According to the report, she hadn't seen a doctor or a dentist in the 4 years before her death. The DCF report also says the child showed signs of sepsis for several days before she died. Neighbors who live near the Akinlobas remember consoling the couple after their daughter died.
They visited them and we talked to them and they were very hurt.
The neighbor said he did not know them well, as they were very private people, he says.
When something like this happens, it really, it really hurts us.
Father and mother remain in jail here at the Duval County Jail tonight. They have not formally entered a plea of any kind. Now, we know that the Naval Criminal Investigative Services is the investigating agency, but it is still unclear who served in the Navy and at what time. We're live in downtown Jacksonville. Troy Kless, First Coast News, on your side.
That is just horrible to hear the details of that case. We have an update